How's it going? Today we're going to compare the iPhone 13 Pro versus the Galaxy A52 5G. Not the S, this is just the regular A52 or the older version A52 5G. I know it's not a fair comparison, but in my videos they're not fully focused on being completely fair. In these comparisons, I mainly want to focus on showing you guys how these phones look like in my day life, or just the regular real life situations a lot of people will be in. So whether I'm going out to eat at dinner where there's low light, or just going out with drinks with friends, traveling and all that, I want to show you guys in those situations how these phones really look like. At the end of the day, it's your money. If you have the A52 and you like it and you think it looks better than the iPhone, then technically you saved money. So I'm trying to help you out in that standpoint. If you are a long-term viewer, you guys know that I switched up the style. I want this to be more of a vlog-like experience, basically in the day in my life, and also to show you guys the examples side by side without giving you or persuading you what I think about these samples. So it's up to you. I'm just trying to show you guys how it looks like so you guys can judge for yourselves. And speaking of comparing a cheaper phone versus a more expensive phone, it's more helpful to a point where if you have the A52 and you want to upgrade to a better one, or just see how the phone that you have or you currently own compare to a more flagship phone where you're going to pay like double the price, because sometimes these $500 phones will look better than a $1,000 phone. But anyways, let's move on to the mic test. Okay, this is how these microphones sound like. Testing 1 2 1 2. This is how it sounds like on an iPhone 13 Pro. Testing 1 2 1 2. This is how it sounds like on a Galaxy A52. Alright, let's get this video fully started. As you can tell, the sun isn't up yet. It is around 5:15. It's pretty early, but I am heading to San Diego to check out Hyundai's first electronic car. So that's basically my whole weekend, and you're gonna see a bunch of like traveling shots, and basically this is gonna be like a travel vlog with these two phones. Alright, I made it to the west side and it is warmer here. Still a bit chilly, but I'll take it over New York any day. So let's compare the portrait mode, the macro mode since they both have it, and the telephoto mode. I know the A52 does not have a telephoto lens, but I'm going to zoom in, put them side by side, and let you guys see if it's worth having an actual full-on telephoto lens.
All night.
are my thoughts using these two phones today. Of course, the iPhone is the flagship phone, so it's gonna win in a lot of areas, that's a given, but the Samsung A52 does still take good pictures in daylight. I do like the extra ultra wide look. I do prefer that when I'm taking a lot of landscapes, a lot of buildings, so it's very useful there, especially if you're in tighter spots. For video, obviously the iPhone wins. I think the iPhone does have the best video performance and quality out of most smartphones out there, but on the Samsung, there is not that much stabilization or none at all on 4K. So that might be a concern for some people that want to shoot at the highest quality, especially if you're vlogging, then vlogging you're walking in that running gun style, then yeah, that's gonna be too shaky for you. I think it's gonna be too shaky, so you have to dial it down to 1080. Macro mode, they both do great. I would say that on experience on the iPhone, it's a bit more seamless because once you get up close, it just auto switches. On a Samsung, you would have to go to the more section and then hit another button, the super macro mode. So it's more steps to get to macros. I feel like a lot of people probably won't put in that effort just to take macro pictures, unless specifically you are planning to. The cinematic mode on the iPhone is pretty nice. I would say it's not that useful, especially if you're just a regular person, but if you're vlogging, if you're doing anything specific, then sure, it's nice to have that cinematic mode, where on the A52, there's no video portrait mode, which is the equivalent, but that is available on Samsung's flagship models. For the camera experience, I do prefer the Apple side just because I can just swipe up and I can reach most of pretty much all the settings I really need to reach for. On a Samsung, I feel like the UI is kind of everywhere. A lot of the quick settings are on top of the screen, which I always need a second hand to, especially the A52 is a really huge phone. So I can't one hand anything when I do a specific thing, like if I want to turn on the timer or turn off the flash, and you know, all the extra stuff. For the camera performance, on an iPhone is fine day and night. On a Samsung, during daytime, it's fine. Once it gets darker to low light, you can feel the sluggishness happening, especially when you're taking a picture and right after you want to switch focal length to ultra wide. You would have to wait a little bit before you can do it. So that's one thing to worry about, but it's not that bad. For me, in my opinion, the iPhone does give off the better camera performance and UI experience, but of course you are paying an extra amount of money for that. For the camera quality and colors, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that's really up to you to decide. That's why I'm doing this comparison to show you guys. And the last thing to talk about is the price. Of course, the A52 is cheaper and it does a really decent job. So I think for the amount of money you're paying for, it's fine. For the iPhone, you are paying the flagship price for, so expect the better quality, the better camera experience, the smoother experience, and of course the video. So if you love shooting video and just vlogging in general, definitely the iPhone will be the better choice for you. In the end, it's really up to you to decide where you want to spend your money and the camera quality that you prefer that's coming out of these phones. So those are my comparison and my thoughts. I do have other camera comparisons between these two phones against other phones, so it'll be nice if you guys can check them out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.